I want to welcome you to Laughing Horses Ranch and to the celebration of Connor and Maddie's wedding.
Maddie, from our first day to juniors, you have always been changing my life for the better. I have you to thank for getting me out of my parents' basement, for completing my master's, for getting out of the construction field. You've made me a better man as a whole. You keep me accountable, and you make me happy each and every day. I love your glowing smile. I love your passion for your work and your horses. I love your kindness and the big heart that you share with all your friends and family. I love how even when you're grumpy with me, you let me pester you and kiss you until you get just a little less grumpy. I love that you've given me a dog, Piper, and I love that you let me get a second dog, Jovi. I love that you make all of our traveling dreams a reality. I love that you even travel all the way down to Iowa to watch some stupid football game, as you used to say. When I think of some of our core memories, I think of how I think of my handwriting is I think of the COVID lockdown and sitting in our house with my family for 2 weeks. I think of sitting in the hunting stand for hours on hours when I said I would never hunt. I think of traveling throughout the city of Minneapolis, hitting up different cideries and breweries. I think of hiking with our doggos, along with the hours of bandana making that you've conned me into doing. There's no doubt that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You are a strong, sometimes stubborn, and the most beautiful woman I know. I promise to help you in the kitchen moving forward, try to follow this budget that you've created for me, and work on my communication. I promise I'll always be there for you, and I'll even go up in the attic and check for the intruders when you're scared at night. I love you, Maddie.
You too. Connor, if someone would have told me after our first date that we would be standing here today, I wouldn't have been so sure. You and your Lululemon joggers weren't what this horse girl had pictured from the beginning. But how lucky am I that God's plans are so much better than mine. I noticed right away that something was so different about you. I remember specifically early on, you insisted on driving 45 minutes to help me pack my car so I could drive to Iowa for work. I felt so guilty, like it was such a waste of your time, but you continued to do it. You always showed up and showed me that you were here to stay. I'm so proud to have found a Christian man who loves God. You are so kind, loving, fun, compassionate to others, and I cannot wait to become your wife today. I vow to put you and God first in our life, to be honest, faithful, and loving to you for the rest of our lives. I vow to fight for us during good times and bad times, because what we have and what we are promising today is a forever thing. I love you, Connor, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
For those who don't know me, I'm Paul. I'm Connor's father. As a parent, when you have a child, there's always this big concern in your mind as to how are they going to turn out? Who are they going to meet? Are they going to be successful? What is their life going to be like? And you have all these concerns and worries. Well, I can tell you over the last couple of years of being able to grow with these two folks, I no longer have those worries and concerns. And so he started taking on courses to get his graduate degree. And in amongst that time is when he met Maddie. And that is when everything really changed, where we started to meet this new Connor that we hadn't known. This man, this young man who grew into who he is today, living with us for all these years. started to grow into a person who we were wondering who he was going to be and who he would meet. And it was just heartwarming when Connor met Maddie and started to become the young man who he is today. Totally committed to what you're doing, the love that you have to give to Connor, the Connor love that he's going to give to you. I have no concern at all that you guys are going to be greatly successful in this life that you're just starting today.
So horse stuff is what Maddie and I did, and my plan worked out great. She had very little time for horses and boys. And I always said that there was no high school boy that would actually appreciate what she had to offer. So it worked out perfectly. I think she dated in a little in college, but she was super weird about it. Never brought anybody home. And I guess nobody was worthy to bring home until Connor. But for those of you who know Maddie's a little ADD. And it didn't take long for us to realize that Connor brought calm to Maddie's chaos. And even though this was all new to him, he was happy to go along with almost anything as long as it was with Maddie. Maddie and Connor, what brought you together is not how you were alike, but how you are different. How fun would it be to date somebody just like you? I encourage you to take the time to appreciate and foster the differences in each of you bring to the relationship. Support each other's hobbies, find things you can do together, continue to grow in your faith and God together. You'll have a much happier marriage if you're playing by the same rules.
It seems like it was just yesterday we were running around the farm as little girls riding bareback, packing picnics by the cherry tree. Our friendship is truly something special. Through thick and thin, you've showed me unwavering loyalty. You have such a beautiful, compassionate heart and have inspired me in more than in more ways than I can express. Connor's a lucky man. Today, as you embark on this new chapter of your life, I'm filled with joy knowing that you have found your perfect match. Seeing the way you and Connor balance one another and bring the best out in each other is amazing to see. It has been amazing to watch your relationship blossom and watch you guys grow closer together with God at the center. As your best friend, I always will be there for you, to support you and cheer you on every step of the way. May your marriage be filled with endless love, support, and adventure. Here's to a lifetime of happiness and making incredible memories together. I love you both so much. Cheers to the DeRoys.
How many people in this room know him as Connor? How many people in this room know him as Diggs? I've never heard him called Connor tell all these speeches, so I'd like to welcome the rest of you to call him Diggs. That's his name. I couldn't tell you where it comes from, but I'm not gonna call him Connor. Bear with me, I wrote this while Paul was talking. We were truly blessed when Diggs brought Maddie into our lives, because I know your mom said you were weird, but he was pretty weird too. When you came into his life, things kind of changed. He became way cooler, kind of following in your footsteps. But it was very clear to tell that you kind of went through the same things with him that we did as his friends. You got all of us out here in cowboy hats and boots, and it's really cool to see because none of us have ever worn this in our lives. We just bought this stuff yesterday.
So Connor also now owns and is wearing a pair of his own cowboy boots. And he even felt comfortable enough to wear them with shorts last weekend. Today you've made a covenant before God. I'm clenching. Okay. To leave your parents and create your own family. And others don't have a say in how you manage your family. You are a team. Together you will overcome the hardships and celebrate your success. But you are not alone. We are all here to cheer you on, support you, and pray for you along the way. But I wanted this to be a blessing for your marriage. May God bless you both today and for a lifetime. May each day bring you closer to God, and you will grow closer to each other. I pray God's protection over you and that this union will bear much fruit for God's kingdom. I love you both. Congratulations.
God, let me, I give the honor and the privilege of being the very first to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Connor DeRoy.